What was the fastest end to a relationship you've had? At first, I thought I was crazy when it felt like my boyfriend's dad was hitting on me, especially given that I was still in high school at the time. It started with small things like complimenting me by saying that I was the most beautiful teen he had ever seen. Or how he would tell me that he liked how I looked in my private school uniform best. I blushed at his compliments, thinking it was all innocent, since a lot of the things he said were things I heard from my boyfriend too. The only part that made me slightly uncomfortable was when I would catch him glancing down my shirt a few times, but I figured it was all in my head. I was obviously wrong. One time, we ended up alone in the house because my boyfriend was asked to do an errand while we were hanging out. I was pretty upset, but he promised me it would be fast. While waiting for him to return, his dad invited me over to chill in the kitchen while cooking up dinner. We casually talked about school and about my boyfriend when he suddenly asked me if I wanted to make extra cash for our dates. I nervously joked that I was fine since my parents gave me a nice allowance. He didn't push the conversation, but instead brought up other things like if I liked dressing up in costumes or if I wanted to try some of the alcohol they had at home. My heart was racing the whole time, worried that he would make a move and no one would be around to help me. Unfortunately for me, he did the unspeakable and walked over to my side of the counter, leaning over to rest his hand on my thigh while keeping a warm smile on his face. Chills ran down my spine, and I felt like I needed to throw up. He leaned forward to try to kiss me just in time for my boyfriend to arrive. I grabbed my bag and sprinted out of the house. My boyfriend chased after me, asking what was wrong. Tears ran down my face while I explained to him how his father had been trying to groom me for the past few weeks. Instead of being sympathetic to my traumatizing experience, he told me I was just misunderstanding things and asked me to step back in the house to talk things through. I felt so betrayed in that moment and blurted out that I wanted to end things with him. When he stood there silently confused, I decided to walk myself home, feeling so disgusted over the whole thing. He tried to convince me to rethink my decision over text in the evening, reminding me that other than having a creeper of a dad, we'd had no fights or issues. But I couldn't risk seeing his dad again. I felt unsafe, and he could never understand.
Story 11. What singular event utterly destroyed your life?